Well, welcome back. Welcome back to the Extraordinary Drummer Show. As you know, I'm your host, Cheron Moore. You know, I always say today, today, today. Well, guys, I got the man on the show today. I tell you, oh, man, good brother. You talk about some hands. I call this guy a real drummer. To me, he's a real drummer. And we're going to talk a little bit about a little bit of everything, but we got a specific topic that we're going to talk about. Let me say, he's a studio session drummer. He's a film recording drummer, has done film recordings. He's a producer, songwriter, does some awesome master classes and teaching with the students. Modern Drummer called him one of the best drummers on the planet. To me, he's a drummer's drummer and my friend. Would you help me welcome Rick Latham?
All right, Rick. Brother. Hey, man, how you doing? Thank you, man. I appreciate that intro, man. I really appreciate it. Great to see you again. How you doing?
I'm getting on down the road. How about yourself?
I'm good, man. Loving the East Coast.
Rick, I wanted to have you in on the Extraordinary Drummer Show today to talk about traditional grip, which is what you play. It seems like that way of playing is either becoming or has become extinct. And there's only a few guys other than the jazz guys that's still playing that particular grip. Can you show us and talk about the match grip a little bit?
About traditional grip, you mean?
I'm sorry, pardon me, about the traditional grip.
Yeah, man, it's funny because, Cheron, I was taught, I started playing drums when I was 12, and I was initially taught by self-taught, really, but then junior high school band. And all that stuff was traditional grip back then, So it always felt good to me. And I never found a reason or had a reason to change. I mean, a lot of guys, even when I went to music school, I played marimba and timpani. I was actually teaching mallets and snare drum at North Texas. But, I can see where match grip works really good for all across the percussion spectrum, playing timpani and mallets and stuff like that. But for drum set, it just never felt right to me, And I know a lot of that happened when, the Beatles, first hit it, and Ringo was playing match grip. And I think that was kind of the start of why a lot of drummers, it enabled a lot of drummers to play that normally didn't play, and they didn't have the traditional grip foundation. So, yeah, I'm going to show you a couple things, man. I'm going to show you a couple things here. Talk about technique for a second, but I just want to get over here. I'm going to show you. I've got a couple different angles that you can look at here. So I want to, make sure you have the best one. Here's one from the top that might be pretty good too. And maybe I'll start with this one. I'm going to stick a pad on here for a second just to play couple things on the pad. But, traditional grip, and I think I can play with this speaker on. That still sounds okay. Not too loud, not too bad.
No, it's perfect.
Okay, because when I play the drum set, I'll mute this vocal mic and stuff. But yeah, I'm playing, I use actually a lot of the molar idea, that molar whipping action. A lot of people talk about upstroke and downstroke. I use a lot of wrist. Let me show from the side now. See if I can show both of these actually. Just like a paradiddle. But you see that motion. Even when I, speed up. I'm still playing very relaxed and very much of that molar idea. I'm going to try to put these two shots together so maybe you get. So I'm playing a lot, actually, from the back fingers too. I use these back fingers a lot. You know, I know a lot of people teach this kind of thing to hold a stick kind of open like this and play more with the fingers and stuff. I don't really use fingers, and I don't like the word bounce. I think, you know, I like to think of those strokes when I'm playing a roll. It's controlled double strokes. I don't like to think of them as bounces, and I really teach guys in my teaching to really play those strokes. So here's a little groove with the.
With the traditional grip, I noticed that you stand on for you, it would be the left side of the kick. The should ask another question before this, but the traditional grip, which seems to me is mostly in the left hand, which makes it because it would be matched if it's the same.
Right,
So
right.
with the most traditional idea in the left hand, I notice you're staying on the left side of the kit. Show us how would you get the traditional over to the right side of the kit.
Yeah, sure, sure. I would just move it over, you know, just your body, again, ergonomics too. The way I set up is important too. Like this, let me show this top. Yeah, see, I have my toms. Some guys have their toms kind of more back here. So you have to turn, you know, that's hard to turn over there. And of course, traditional grip, I mean, match grip, I can see where, you know, people may think it's easier to do that. But for me, getting around,
Show us how that would look if you was playing a cross sticking.
okay.
How does it look when you go to a cross stick?
Yeah, I cross over, play it like this. If I if I'm playing a groove, so the cross stick, and this is an interesting thing too. This is a very good point, man. The cross stick. A lot of guys that play match grip, they'll play the cross stick with the tip of the stick, which I think sounds terrible. I always play the cross stick with the butt. It's much thicker. It's much thicker and a better sound. So that's what a lot of guys have to be careful with that because it it's totally different sound. And this way, it's killer.
Rick, show us how do you flip the stick over to the butt and how do you get it back?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if this might be the top. So that works. That works great for traditional grip. Yeah, that's one thing that works great. You know.
Your books. Now, one of them was called Advanced Funk Studies, and one of the other ones were called Contemporary Drum Set Techniques. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah. Yeah. Advanced Funk Studies, man. It's hard to believe. 42 years ago, I wrote that book when I was 25, man. And just got out of North Texas. I went to North Texas for my master's, North University of North Texas. And Yeah, man. At that time, there was just nobody really writing that linear kind of stuff that was happening back then. Gadd, Garibaldi, and we were all into that stuff, man. And that's when the first book came out, Advanced Folk Studies. Still doing really great internationally, all over the world, bestseller, man, for 42 years. And a lot of schools use it. A lot of colleges have used it. A lot of music schools. The Navy School of Music even used it for a while, and training all the guys that went into the service bands. And and then in 1990, I wrote Contemporary Drum Set Techniques, which is more of a linear kind of thing, and sort of my approach to things. The funk book was more just a bunch of licks, just to kind of get guys into that kind of contemporary sounding thing. And I transcribed a lot of things, Gadd and Garibaldi, Harvey Mason, some stuff like that. So yeah, man, it's amazing. It's been a great run for those books, and still doing great. So and that enabled me to teach a lot. A lot of guys that used the books wanted to take lessons and stuff. So that's what's happening.
Rick, let me say thank you so much for being on the Extraordinary Drummer Show.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, Cheron. Great to see you, bro.
Good to see you, man. When you coming back and see us in LA?
I'm coming back for the holidays, man. So maybe we'll hook up.
I would like that. I would like that. I like that a lot, man. You look great, man.
Thanks, you too, man. Maybe we can have some grub somewhere, man.
I like that. Maybe you bring some of that Southern grub up here with you.
Bring some barbecue. Bring some South Carolina barbecue, man.
Oh, I would never let you leave, man.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I know the places, man. Come visit.
Absolutely. I actually got family down there. So when I'm in that area, I like to give you a shout, maybe, prior to, but
would be
see
great,
when I come
man.
down.
Yeah.
Rick, would you help us wave goodbye to all the fans?
Sure, man. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you, guys. Happy holidays to everybody. And Cheron, great to see you, brother.
You too, my friend.
Thanks for having me.